Welcome back to Reading Some Real Estate. Here we go. Selling your value to the online shopper. By using a prospect's fear of lacking important information, you can establish the value you bring to the table as an agent. Here are some key services and values to sell online prospects. You can help them understand the marketplace better. You get them better access to deals, under market opportunities. You connect them to off-market properties or coming soon listings. You give them a higher level of service. You can help them gain an advantage in negotiating. You give them the representation they deserve. Any of these is a valid reason for them to set a face-to-face meeting with you. Which is your goal? See the sidebar, the objective, a face-to-face appointment. Earlier in this chapter, here are a few specific scripts you can use to sell your value more efficiently. You help them understand the marketplace better. Few agents understand the effects of supply and demand on the marketplace. This age-old law dictates a lot of what happens in the marketplace. To know the market, you need to track active listings in price ranges, as well as the number of homes sold monthly and percentage of list price to sell price. Also, if an agent is really doing their job, they will show your absorption rate or months worth of inventory correctly for sale. This gives you a tremendous snapshot of how competitive the marketplace is and how competitive you need to be. I provide this type of advantage for my buyer in the marketplace. Do you see how this creates an advantage for your clients? Should we book the appointment for Starbucks? They get a higher level of service. One of my primary jobs is helping you to select the home that best suits your needs and budgeting considerations. I will console you on different options and features with each home. We will also discuss school districts, resale value, potential features that are functionally obsolete that could affect the future value of the home, area and neighborhood value trends, and anything else that would affect your short-term or long-term enjoyment and equity in the home you're considering. Are these the type of services you would like from an agent? I agree. Why don't we meet? Do you have time later this week? You give them an advantage in negotiating. Negotiating can take many hours. The marketplace quality of the property, price of the property, demand of the property, and the motivation of the seller are all factors in negotiation. They all influence the negotiating process in each transaction. I will evaluate each of these factors and we will discuss them at the time we decide to make an offer. These are fixed in the seller's favor when the marketplace inventory is low and the quality and the price of the property is a good value. Just securing the property as the buyer takes primary position. Other times, negotiating the terms, meaning price, position, and seller repairs is more important than other parts of the agreement because the marketplace is more favorable to the buyers. You can be assured that when we work together through negotiation, we will evaluate and execute on all these areas. Do you see how there are many factors than just the price? You give them a representation they deserve. I believe that all buyers deserve to achieve quality representation. Unfortunately, because the average agent, according to the National Association of Realtors, represents fewer than 6 clients per year, which is not the case. That is why it's imperative to consider meeting and working together because we helped clients secure high demand homes. Just last year alone, it means we helped more families last year than most agents do in blank years. No substitute for speed to lead. Online leads have little margin for error when it comes to response time. You could have the greatest sales skills and sales scripts, but if you're too slow on the callback response, the prospect will bounce to another agent of property. The 5-minute callback rule is the golden standard. To ensure faster response, set up your online leads to come straight to your phone as text. Be sure your audio notification is turned on during work hours. Frequently, agents have online leads sent to their email, where it mixes in with ads and bills offers of money from recently deceased Nigerian government clerks. Designing your lead follow-up strategy. The correct lead follow-up strategy can mean the difference between a few transactions or a lot of transactions from online leads. The right strategy incorporates calls, voicemails, messages, texts, emails, and video emails. In the first 24 hours of the lead, if it's a direct inquiry lead, you should make 4 call attempts to reach the lead. In the first initial 5 minutes, the best strategy is not to leave a voicemail message. You want to trigger that 5 to 10% of people who give you the curiosity call back. Some people can't stand it when there was a missed call with no message. They can't help themselves and are compelled by their nature to hit the redial button on their phone. I would never leave a voicemail message on the first call attempt to an online lead. Check to make sure that your phone number doesn't show up as unknown caller or even worse, possible spam. If it does, you'll never receive a callback ever. You want to then call that lead again inside of 15 to 20 minutes. And if you don't reach them, you leave your first voicemail message. The best follow-up times when people answer their phones are 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. These 2 time slots have a 164% better reach rate than the worst time, which is 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. The right strategy is to make an additional call between the 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. time slot with no voicemail message. Then call between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. the next day and leave your second message. Using text to connect with a prospect. I believe texting is very effective when used in concert with the phone and email as a standalone strategy, though it falls short in the area of convincing a prospect of your value. It's hard to convey value in a short text. The most effective texts are short and are focused on opening dialogue or offering a specific call to action. For the online buyer targeted prospect, the text needs to center around their interests, which is the specific home, type of home, or price range. Here's an example of a good text. You're inquired about the home at 61 Hidalgo Way. Would you like to see the home? I have time today between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. or I'm available after 2 p.m. tomorrow. This kind of service access statement followed by a choice receives a higher response rate. To take the response rate even higher, use a dual text strategy. You send the first text out at about the 15 to 20 minute mark after the lead comes to you. You then wait another 15 to 20 minutes for a response. In that time frame, you send another text that is really short. Please let me know. This gives them a little reminder nudge. It also frames a low level of obligation in their mind. This doesn't work with everyone, but responsible people and considerate prospects will text you back that those times either work or don't, or they give you a short explanation of their situation and why it would be premature. Any response you receive is the opening to a potential dialogue. Video email, the secret sauce. I am truly in love with video voice email. The reason is a good portion of leads, especially forced registration leads, don't leave phone numbers. These are generally have an image of a salesperson as a used car salesperson with a gold chain around their neck in a leisure suit, loafers, complete with a gold pinky ring, agents, and clearly as a disadvantage from the start. A video email breaks through that image in their heads. It's you on video reframing that image. It's your short video expressing thanks, service, and value. They can see you left your leisure suit in the closet. You don't need to be a videographer to deliver a good video message. In fact, a more personal, less scripted, less produced, more real video gets a better play rate and personal reaction from your prospect. Because most agents feel overwhelmed by video, I highly recommend checking on BombBomb.com. BombBomb makes it easy to send video emails. You can use a phone, webcam, or most devices to shoot your video. You can actually shoot video right from the Boom Boom BombBomb software. There's no downloading or rendering. You can create easy, evergreen videos for online buyers and use the same ones over and over again. You just change a few things in the body of your email and send. Thanks for catching up with me on reading real estate. See you later.